Hi, everybody, or person, depending on who's watching. I'm hoping you can access this after this time right now. We are just finished one, so I could show you a finished example before we start so you know what you're getting into. This is a paper crane, origami, and I'm making a lot of these to go into the art gallery for a show in May that I'll tell you about another time. You are welcome to keep your creations. You are also welcome to donate them to the MJCC when all this is over if you'd like, and we will put them in the art gallery to be a part of the exhibit. So if you do not have origami paper, I have some different colors and patterns of origami paper right here. They're all perfect squares. I prefer the origami paper. You can order on Amazon. You can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby too, or order from one of those places online and have it delivered. If you don't have perfect square, good thickness origami paper, then what you can do is take a sheet of regular computer paper or just notebook paper, fold it. What I've done is I've taken the top corner and I folded it to make a long edge right here. And then to make the square, all you would do, it's not quite as accurate as having your own origami paper, but you're just gonna cut off that bottom strip that is hanging off of the end. And that is gonna give you a square. So now you should have a square to work with. And it's okay that you have a fold right here because you're a step ahead. That's actually going to be the first fold that you make. So I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to work with origami paper because it is a little bit easier to work with. Let's see, which color do I want? Not that it matters. Do we have anybody watching? Anybody? Who knows? Okay, origami paper. The first fold that you're going to make is you're going to fold the top corner down to the bottom corner. It's important to try to make it as exact as you can, but don't spend the entire time trying to make sure your corners match. Just get it as good as you can, as close as you can. It'll make it easier later when we get to some of the more complicated folds. I kind of take my, can they see the paper down here? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I take my fingernail as a stopper against the bottom layer. And as I fold the top layer, I'm just gonna slide it across and it bumps into my fingernail. And then I match the corners, put my finger on the corner, slide my top finger back to push this down so then it's as exact as possible. And then I make a good crease. So make sure you're creasing really well. You should have a triangle now. I'm gonna give you a second to do that. Triangle. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do after you get here, keep this. I'm going to put this back on the table with the folded side up top. The point is going to be closest to you. And I'm going to take the right point and fold it to match the left point. So you're folding it in half, corner to corner. Try to get it as close as you can, but don't spend a ton of time doing that. And now you're going to have the same shape, just smaller. You're going to have an even smaller triangle. Now it opens like this. You don't need to open it. You're going to keep it folded. The folded edge, right? You've got one folded edge and then your top open. So I'm going to put this back on the table now. This is what you should be looking at. Make sure your creases are folded well. Okay. So now that I have this, I'm going to take, you want it on the table so that the folded edge, the side that does not open, is on your left. And put it on your left, the opening is on your right, so that we can be using the same language when I'm telling you what to do. So it's on the table, the folded edge that does not open is on the left side. You're gonna take the top layer where it opens on the right side, and you are gonna fold it so that, wait a minute, hang on, I can't talk and do it at the same time. I just made one. Okay, wait, fold down, okay, nope. I made that up. Your folded edge, sorry about that, is going to go on the right side. The open is on the left. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. So this is sort of a complicated fold. What you're going to do, it sort of opens up like a mouth, right? Like this. And with this part facing you, you're going to fold it so that this top corner that I have right here is going to match the bottom corner. I'm going to flip it around so I can do it well, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So You've got the mouth. I like to put my thumb in there so that at the very top corner, nothing is creasing odd. So I'm going to take the top, fold it down to the bottom corner. Now I'm going to push my finger up that middle crease that you already have to flatten it. And then I'm just going to flatten both sides, creasing it well. So now what I have, so you can see, I have a square on top of a triangle. So there's a little triangle hanging off the end, and there's a square kind of a thing right here, okay? Okay. The next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna flip this entire shape over to the back, and you're gonna do the same thing to the back of it. I'm gonna put this down on the table so I can do it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the square that you just had. Flipping it over to the back where it's all flat, and you're just going to lift the mouthpiece up again. I put my thumb up to the top corner. Now you do have, I'm going to turn it toward you just for a second. You do have this long crease, this vertical crease down the middle that you can see if you look closely. You're going to take your finger and make sure it folds back on that crease, and then keep that down, and then top corner to bottom corner. So you're going to end up with a diamond or a square. I'm going to do it toward me so I can do it well, and then I'll show you. I like to put my finger up to the corner to untuck anything that might be tucked in there. All right, so then you crease it well. That's important. Don't be afraid to crease it. And you have this shape, okay? You've got a diamond. On your diamond, you've got one side that opens sort of like this. And then you've got one side that does the exact same thing, okay? So it's symmetrical. The top does not open, the bottom opens, okay? The bottom has all these different layers, and we're gonna use those in just a minute. So I'm gonna put this back on the table. The open ends, the end with all the layers, goes toward you. The closed end goes at the top, so it's a diamond rather than a square at this point. So right now I'm gonna take the top layer of the right side of the diamond. Okay, the top layer of the right side, and I'm going to fold this corner, the right side corner, to the middle crease. But I'm going to do it so that this whole, we'll call that the bottom right edge, the whole bottom right edge is going to fold parallel right on top of that center crease. So you've got a top triangle now. Okay, so this edge is, I guess, parallel, right? That's like a 90-degree fold right here. And then this is straight up and down, folded along that middle crease. I'm going to do the same exact thing to the left side, okay? You still have this bottom layer that you haven't done anything with yet. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the left side. I'm going to take the top corner from the left side, because there's two layers. You're going to take the top layer of that corner, you're going to fold it in toward the midline, toward that center line again, so that that edge, we'll call that the bottom left edge, that's between the bottom corner and the left corner. That bottom left edge folds in toward the middle, and it's going to meet the other fold that you just did. So they're meeting in the middle. You've got something that looks just like this. The back is still a square. Okay, front looks like this. Your next step is to fold this top triangle down. Okay, I'm going to put it down so I can do it. Okay, folding it down, creasing it well. It's a little thicker now because of all your folds. So now you've got this, right? And the next fold is going to be kind of challenging. You ready? I'm going to open all of this up. You did those folds so that you could make the creases, because you don't need the folds. What you actually need to be able to do this, you need the creases, okay? That might not make sense just yet, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this down so that I can do this and so that I can do it well to show you. So I'm opening the mouth, okay, just the top layer. You don't have any more than one layer on the top. You're opening the mouth, you undid the folds that you just did, those 3 folds, and you are, I'm going to do this towards you actually, because I think I'll be able to. You're going to open this mouth, top corner goes back up to the top, and you're folding in the sides along the creases that you just made. That's what I mean when I said you don't actually need the folds. you need the creases. And somewhere along the lines, mine wasn't quite exact, but that's okay. My corner got tucked in a little. I'm just gonna put my finger in there to push it back out. And then I'm gonna crease that well. It looks, this reminds me of a stingray. That's what it looks like, okay? Back looks like this. Your front looks like this, okay? Now you're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. So I'm gonna flip it over, go to this side that we've not been working on yet. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna put this down. The long end, the stingray tail, we'll call it, goes toward you. So I'm gonna put the stingray tail toward me. And I'm gonna fold the right corner into the midline, into that center crease that you made at the beginning. And that whole right bottom edge that meets at the bottom corner is going to be parallel and actually touching that center crease. So now you have this, okay? Do the same thing to the left side. Take that left edge, that left bottom edge that meets at the bottom corner, fold it in toward the middle so that it meets the other fold that you just made. Whoop. So it looks like this, okay? You've got these two little doors right here. Now I'm gonna take this top corner and fold it down just like we did on the previous side. God. Oh, did I just mess this up? Oh my God, wait, I think I did the wrong side. I can't talk and do this at the same time. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I think I messed this up. Of course. Hang on, we're gonna get this. Hang on just a second. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I can't talk and do this at the same time. Fold the top down. This is really embarrassing. Fold the right to the left. I just made one off camera. Look, you can see I literally just made that. Hang on. Go to the right. Okay, so it's here. Okay, now we're gonna open it up. Some of you are grateful that I'm doing this again because you're very confused and we just don't know it. We're not together. All right, you're gonna open the mouth, top to the bottom, crease. Flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna end up with our diamond, and this is where it all went the wrong way, Marcy. All right, I'm gonna make a diamond. All right, now we're gonna fold the top of the right corner in, fold the top of the left corner in toward the middle. We're starting with the stingray now. Top corner goes down. Open it up. I'm just catching up with you. Open it up, do that weird fold that we didn't really need the folds for. We just really needed the creases for. Fold it into the middle. Okay. Do it on the other side. That was what was wrong. Okay, so now let's be here. Let's be here together. Okay, we're here. You're gonna go to the other side, flip it over. Now on the same side, you're gonna fold the right corner into the middle. I'm gonna do this again with you because I have lots of paper. Right corner into the middle. So now we have this. I'm hoping that I didn't teach you wrong. Left corner into the middle. Now we have this. Okay, top corner down. Crease it well. You're gonna unfold those three that we just did, open it up, and fold it down like we did on the other side before I messed everything up. So here, you're just pushing those papers out, pushing those creases out. So now we have this kind of a diamond, okay? And it has legs, okay? One, the top does not have legs. The top is 2 layers. These will be your wings eventually, and these have legs, okay? You're gonna put the legs towards you, okay? I'm gonna take the right leg and fold it out, just like this. I'm gonna take the left leg and I'm gonna fold it out in the same way the other direction. So now we have this, and it looks like we're getting close, all right? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these 2 legs that you folded out and you're gonna fold them back the other way. You need the crease to go both ways. I'm just taking it, flipping it around back. It's the same thing. The legs are now just on the other side. okay? This is the hard part, as if the other parts weren't hard that I already messed up. So I'm gonna open, I like to keep my finger, my index finger in between, so the legs can go down if they're in your way. You've got this triangle in the middle, just want you to see the anatomy of what's happening here. And then you're gonna open on one of the legs, I'm using my right leg right now, it opens up, okay? So you're gonna fold it up inside of itself. So you see how the fold is at the bottom? You're actually gonna invert this, so the fold goes to the top. So I'm gonna push it up and through, and then you tuck it in the space between, okay? So now I've got this. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I know that's a hard one. Same thing on the other side. It opens up, okay? See how the leg opens? I'm gonna invert this leg so that the fold that's on the bottom edge now is actually gonna, I'm gonna push it up so it folds on the top. So I'm gonna push this leg up, the two creases when you folded it back and forth earlier, that's where this comes in handy because it's folding on those creases. And you're squeezing it and creasing it. And now we're here. Looks like we're almost finished. The next thing I'm gonna do is just make a little head. I'm gonna do that in the same way that I did the legs. So it doesn't matter which side you do it on. You can do it on this side. You can do it on this side. It doesn't matter. You're gonna fold a little corner down one way, the same way that you did the legs. Then you're gonna take that same corner, fold it down the other way to you and away from you, crease it well. Now this head, because it was one of the legs, opens up, right? The folded edge is at the top. With that little corner that you just did back and forth, you're gonna invert it just the same way that we did the legs, but the opposite, right? So you're pushing it down to make the folded edge on the bottom, okay? Folding it down to make the folded edge on the bottom. So now I've got this head, okay? And I've got a tail. And the last thing that you need to do is the easiest part. You're just gonna fold your wings down on either side. You see the little triangle poking up out of the top, and your paper crane can fly away. I'm gonna do it quickly again because I messed up the last time in case anybody is over there confused or has this version that I don't know what happened here. So we're gonna do this one more time, a little bit more quickly. Okay, if you're starting over, get your square paper. If you've got another piece of origami paper, grab that or keep your same one if you're still working on it. Sometimes it's easier to start over so you have a fresh piece and you're not dealing with old folds and creases that might be confusing. So, and I really appreciate Jill for recording this. You're gonna fold it in half, top corner to bottom corner to make a triangle, okay? Crease. Sound effects help. Hopefully you're laughing. That was a joke. I don't know if you're laughing. I'm just gonna assume you are. Okay, then now that you have the creased part at the very top, the point is close to you, you're gonna fold the right corner to the left corner. So you're folding it in half. Remember, making it as exact as you can, but not spending a ton of time on that. It's just gonna make it more exact later and easier to fold later. Okay, make sure you're creasing it well. Do you wanna know a secret? That's just between like however many of us they're watching and then everybody else that shares this later. So the whole world, this is a secret between all of us. I just learned how to do this a few weeks ago. You guys are like on this one. Okay, so I'm opening up the top layer right now. Okay, now you have another triangle like this, folded edge, open edge. You're gonna open up the top layer. This is where we get the mouth, okay? You're gonna fold top layer down, top corner rather, down to the bottom corner, okay? And you're gonna crease it well. So you end up with a square or a diamond looking thing on top of a triangle, okay? You're gonna flip it over and you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And I know this is where I messed up on the first one. We're all hoping it doesn't happen again. All of us together are hoping. Okay, so you made a crease. The first time you should have a vertical crease here. in some patterned papers, it's easier to see than others. If you can't find it, it's okay. It helps me. I stick my finger up there so that I'm pushing out any corners that got stuck, just to pop it back out. And then once again, I'm bracing it here. The mouth closes, right? It's like when all you want to do is relax and somebody won't stop talking to you. We just want to close the mouth. It's not going to happen at all during this time, is it? It's not. But now you have a new skill, hopefully. When that happens, you can just tune it out and we'll make origami. Okay, so now you've got this diamond, okay? It's symmetrical, it's the same front and back. The bottom, however, is open. This is where we have all of our layers. The top is closed. The top does not do that. Bottom opens, okay? I'm gonna take the top layer, right? Because it goes like this on both sides. It opens up to a middle crease. I'm gonna take the top layer of the right corner, okay? And fold it in toward the midline where that crease is, and that edge, that long edge that connects that right corner to the bottom corner is gonna meet the midline. You know what? I think my yoga teaching experience is really coming in handy right now to describe where to put things. Okay, now I'm going to take my left corner and meet it to the right corner in the middle. And that long edge that connects the left corner to the bottom corner is going to meet the midline as well. Okay, crease it well. So now you have something like this. They open like doors. Then you're going to take the top corner, fold it down. So you're going to fold it over. You have something like this, okay? We're going to get into our stingray shape next that we did last time. This is the one where you don't actually need the folds, you just need the creases, okay? So you're going to open this, you're going to open this, you're going to open this. So we have these 3 creases that are going to help us now. You're going to take the top layer of the bottom corner, just the top layer. You're going to open it up like a mouth again, right? We're talking to each other again. And I like to crease where the triangle closed, right? Right here. That's where the triangle closed before. I hold my finger there, and then I start to pop out the creases on the sides to fold them in toward the middle. Okay, so you have a stingray. Back's like this, front is like this. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna flip it over. This goes on the bottom. You're looking at this side now. You're gonna flip it over. The stingray tail is away from you. Okay, the stingray tail is on the top. You're gonna fold the right corner into the middle. Again, the long edge, it gets harder to see the middle crease that you made at the beginning. In this paper, it actually happens to be harder than the others. So you're gonna fold the right corner to the middle. The long edge that connects the right corner to the bottom corner goes right parallel, right up against that midline fold. You're gonna do the same thing on the left side. Left corner to the middle, and the long edge that connects the left corner to the bottom corner is gonna meet the middle, gonna meet the other one. Okay, so you're making this symmetrical. Looks like this. You're gonna take this top triangle right here, and you're gonna fold it down. We did the same thing on the other side. Top triangle, you're gonna fold down, okay? Again, you don't need the folds, you need the creases. You're gonna open the doors, you're gonna open the roof. I'm making this up as I go. Doors and a roof. And then you're gonna open, stingray tail away from you. You're gonna open the mouth, just the top layer of the bottom corner. You're gonna open up, crease it from where the triangle folded before, right here, I put my finger, and then pop out the side creases to fold it down. We're almost there. Guys, you're so close. I was going faster with this one, and it's not quite as exact, and I'm going to show you what happens. It gets a little wonky. So if you're noticing yours is doing this kind of a thing, it's because there was a fold at one point that wasn't as exact. The more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more exact it'll become. So don't worry if yours is looking kind of wonky right now. I wish I could show you some of the first that I made. It's got legs on the bottom, okay? So you're gonna take your legs, you're gonna fold it out, you're gonna fold the other leg out, right? So you've got these diagonal folds right here. Then you're gonna fold them the other way. Again, we don't need the folds, we need the creases. Fold it back, fold it back along the same creases that you folded the other way. Then this is the real tricky part. It opens up, right? Your legs open up just like that. And you're gonna, this bottom crease right here, that bottom folded edge, you're gonna invert so that it goes on the top. And it's gonna fold these two creases on the bottom, or where you folded the legs back. It just tucks right in there along the creases you already made. I'm gonna do the other side. So you do the same thing to the other side. Here's the other leg. You're gonna invert the crease. Don't mess it up again, Marcy. Okay, you're gonna invert the crease and then fold it into itself. So here we go. Almost there. We're gonna fold the little head. It doesn't matter which side. You're gonna do it the same way that you did the legs. So fold a corner down at an angle, crease it. Fold the same corner down the other way, crease it, and you're gonna do the same thing with the head that you did with the legs. You're gonna open up the bottom. This time, the folded edge is at the top. You're gonna invert it. You're folding it inside of itself, kind of. And then you're pinching, no, you can't see it. You're pinching the two corners together. So now you have a little head, now you have a little tail, and you have these wings. To fold your wings, you've got this triangle in the middle. You're just gonna fold the wings down. And I fold them both about the same height. And now you have a paper crane. So again, you can keep your paper cranes, or when this is all over with, you can bring me your paper cranes and be a participant in the art gallery exhibit that is going up in May that I've been working on for almost a year. And maybe I'll share more with you guys about that another time. But thank you so much for joining in. I missed you guys. And I want to stay connected. Join the Cultural Arts Facebook group if you haven't already. Can't wait to hear from you. Bye.